Labour refused to act. I'm going to show you Robert Jenrick speaking in the House of Commons, and by the way, it is no coincidence that every time Jenrick speaks at the moment, his comments are recorded on camera, and then before you know it, they're clipped and put onto social media. That is very on purpose, but here's his comments in the House of Commons.
Can't help escape the conclusion that the Justice Secretary actually supports these two-tier sentencing rules. Why? Because she supported a group which called the criminal justice system institutionally racist. Her representatives walked through the two-tier guidance and approved them. And she refuses to legislate to block the guidance coming into force or to take any sanction against the members of the Sentencing Council that drafted them. If there's one thing we know about Labour governments, is that they always end in tears. This time, it's a second-tier Justice Secretary pursuing two-tier justice.
Labour said they were shocked and taken aback by these two-tier rules being brought in by the Sentencing Council, who are refusing to do what Parliament say they should do. Now, we know the judges in this country are getting way too big for their boots and they need to be knocked down a peg or two. These people on the Sentencing Council actually need to be removed. The government said, Shabana Mahmood and Starmer said they would legislate to stop these rules coming in if they had to, if the Sentencing Council didn't back down. Well, they haven't backed down. And now what we have is a government refusing to act and are actually going to allow these rules to come into force, which I believe is on the 1st of April. Labour was shocked that they were caught out. That's what they were shocked at. They didn't bank on Jenrick looking through this legislation and finding out what they were actually doing. Labour knew, in my opinion, what was in these sentencing guidelines, and they were more than happy to see them go through. They voted down a bill that Jenrick put forward which would have stopped these guidelines coming into force. Now fine, I accept that the government is not going to vote on an opposition amendment, something so important like this, because it makes them look incompetent. But if you want to vote that down, then legislate quickly to get this bill through before the sentencing guidelines come into force. But they're not even doing that. They're just going to let them come in, and we are going to have a justice system from the 1st of April that will allow people with white skin to be sent to prison much easier than people who don't have white skin.